So chapter 8, lesson 3, our aim for this lesson is to solve for angles algebraically. So what that is going to mean for us is finding the values of x in these diagrams and then using that to find the actual value of the angle. So if we look at these two diagrams here, they are both linear pairs, two angles that add to 180 degrees. So the first step that we should take is to create an equation that shows that the sum of this plus that would be 180 degrees. So I'm going to say 5x minus 25 plus 55 is equal to 180. And then I'm going to collect my like terms and simplify. So negative 25 plus 55 is 30. 5x plus 30 is 180. I subtract 30 from both sides. 5x is equal to 150. And then x should be equal to 30. I'm not done at that point because I have to substitute the value of x back in and solve for the angle measure. So I'm going to substitute. I'm going to say that 5 times 30 minus 25, this comes from here. So 5 times 30 is 150 minus 25, which is 125. So this angle should be 125 degrees. Now, a way that we can check our work is by adding 125 and 55 and seeing, does that really equal to 180? And it does. 125 plus 55 is 180. Okay, so the value of x here is 30 and the value of the angle is 125 degrees. So we could try this example here on the right side. Same idea. The equation we make for a linear pair is 37 plus 9x plus 17 is equal to 180. Collect our like terms and solve. So I encourage you to pause the video here, see what you can get on your own, and then unpause and watch how I complete the same problem. I'm going to add these two together. 37 plus 17 is 54. 54 plus 9x is 180. Subtract 54 from both sides. It's 126. So 9x is 126 divided by 9. X is equal to 14. I then substitute 14 back in. I'm going to say 9 times 14 plus 17. Came from that. 9 times 14 is 126 plus 17 is 143. So this angle should be 143 degrees, and the way to check our work is to find the sum of 37 and 143, and it is 180. So in both examples, I found the value of x, and then I also found the value of the angle. So let's look at another example here. Rather than a linear pair, this is a complementary pair of angles. We know the sum here is 90, so our equation will be a little different. You can pause here, give it a try yourself. To solve this, we're going to say 71 plus 3x minus 11 is equal to 90. 71 minus 11 is 60, plus 3x is 90. Then we'll subtract 60 from both sides. So 3x is equal to 30, and x is equal to 10. Then I substitute 3 times 10 minus 11, so 30 minus 11, which is 19. So I find that the missing angle here is 19 degrees. To check my work, I'm going to substitute 71 plus 19, and hopefully that will give me 90 degrees. 71 plus 19, which is 90 degrees. So this does work, and x is equal to 10, which is what they wanted. However, the degree measure is 19. So be very careful when you're answering a question like this on an exam. Make sure you're checking, do they want the value of x, or do they want the value of the angle? All right, let's do two more examples. These are fairly more complex to look at, but they are not any different in the way we're going to solve them. We're still going to create an equation. These angles here are vertical angles. We see that they share the vertex and are made of the same two lines. So in order to solve this, rather than adding to 180 or adding to 90, these angles will be equal to each other. So we will say 6x minus 96 is equal to 3x plus 24. That's our rule with vertical angles. They're always equal in measure. The first step we can take here is subtract 3x from both sides. So 3x minus 96 is equal to 24. Then I'll add 96 to both sides. So 3x is equal to 120. Divide by 3, x is equal to 40. So that's very nice. I now want to substitute in and solve for the actual angle measures. I'm not asked to do that, but I think it's a good habit to get into. 6 times 40 minus 96. 6 times 40 is 240 minus 96, which is 144 degrees. And that does make sense looking at the angle, right? It's not 180, that would be a straight line. And it's not 90, that would look like this. So it's somewhere in between, 144. Now, if I were to do this a second time with the other given angle, 3 times 40 plus 24, then I should get the same exact result. And I do. This is 144. So each of these are 144 degrees. Let's do one more example here with vertical angles. I have these two angles on the right side, x plus 50 and 4x minus 12. Because they're vertical to each other, I can say x plus 51 is equal to 4x minus 12, move things around, and solve for x. So I encourage you to pause the video here, give that a try. First step I'm going to take here is subtract x, so 51 is equal to 3x minus 12. Add 12 to both sides, 51 plus 12 is 63, so 63 is equal to 3x. Divide both sides by 3, and I get that 21 is equal to x. That is what I was asked for. I'm going to take that one step further, and I'm going to substitute back in. So here I'm going to say 21 plus 51, which is going to be 72. So the other angle should also be 72 if my value of x is correct. So 4 times 21 minus 12. 4 times 21 is 84 minus 12. 84 minus 12, yes, is 72. Very good. So they're both 72 degrees, which means I did that correctly. All right, so there's an assignment up on Delta Math. You can turn your attention to that. If you have any questions, send me an email.